Dead video formats. They will be missed. Hi everybody. As you can probably tell from the video title, we're going to be doing dead video formats today. Some for the home, some a bit more professional, a bit more sort of technical. We're going to be going through about 5 today, a handful of them. And we're going to be looking at the very first one today. It's Sony's U-Matic tape. I'm familiar from it from college. It was it came in the late 60s, early 70s, prototypes and then released in the 70s. This has got my trailer on for Friday the 13th Part 5 that I did at college. Kind of interesting just thinking about it as I'm doing this video, but queuing up like what I was putting onto this U-Matic tape. It was really cool because you could like really sort of be technical with it and queue up exactly where you wanted this tape to kick in and start recording. I remember I got praised up for my editing, how good it was, how smooth it was. There we go there. This is one of the first tapes that had the tape actually built into the tape, which sounds crazy now, but when you look at old reel-to-reel formats, it was all exposed and you could just spill whiskey in it or coffee or something. And yeah, apparently as well, the reels go opposite directions when the tape's tuned round. I can't really ever remember sort of seeing that, but that's how this tape works, so it's kind of a funky thing. There's Sony's U-Matic tape. The next one we're going to be looking at is the Philips N1500. It was the actual name of the machine was the 1500, but because of that, the actual tape itself, which is in this funky box, that was also known as the N1500, obviously. And it's this kind of weird, funky format because it's only got one reel. So it's like, I think anybody who's seen a cassette, you would just think the cassette's got 2 reels, no matter it's audio or video. It's just one of those tapes over the years. Just seen them in a few different places, like I knew somebody who had one, and I kind of love to know if anybody can leave in the comments, but I assume you couldn't just stop this tape because it was going like an old reel-to-reel tape, and though the actual tape was inside the cassette, it would have been linked up to something else. So did you have to rewind the whole tape into the actual sort of unit once you'd stop finishing? Because that's kind of funky, it's almost like an old projector or something. So that's kind of it. It came out in the very early 70s, 1972 I believe. It's the N1500. You'll definitely remember this format, unless you're one of our younger viewers, but there isn't none of those. It's Betamax. You could actually get normal films on Betamax, not these great exploitation films. I mean, listen to the tagline on this: devil-driven death machines. I mean, you could get your proper films like your Karate Kids and Crocodile Dundees and stuff. This is the actual tape. It's a kind of a cool little cute almost VHS type format. Came out smack bang in the middle of the 70s, 1975. Got the name Beta or Beta Max from how the tape used to go through the cassette. It looked like the Greek letter B for beta. They also used the term max for maximum, meaning it's maximum, the best format you could get. Everybody knows this tape really. It was in the industry for years, it was knocking around forever, big VHS competitor, started the format wars. But you know, it's Betamax, a shame to see you go. There you go, Betamax. Oh wow, you just got me on a bit of a break. I'm reading the 1982 Professionals Annual. Agent Doyle's the best, isn't he? You know, that's right. But if that wasn't cool enough, there was a competition in this to win a Philips Video 2000, which makes this one of the best publications of all time. Not only was it featured in the Professionals Annual, it was also one of the formats to release Superman 3 on video, which is just a cool thing in itself. It was released in 1979, just before the 80s. And the great thing about this format was, it was basically like a giant audio cassette, which in itself is cool. And this is one of those formats though, that I'm really surprised it didn't take off for tons of reasons. A, it had a cool name, Video 2000. It not only looked like an audio cassette, you could use it on both sides. 4 hours each side, which means it's an 8-hour tape. And long play, that would have been 16 hours. You could individually copy protect each side. So if you recorded something on one side, you didn't have to worry about, you know, taping over the other side, because each side had a copy protection thing. You didn't even have to track the tape. And then what's really cool, like the tape sort of came down in this thing, so it's like, you know, it's got like the tape there protected, a little bit like VHS, but it's cool. You could just like literally do that with it like that. and it's just one of those real cool things. And Video 2000 had a really awesome thing as well. I'm surprised this hasn't been copied on more things. You could type in a count number and it would go directly to it. Just for comparison, these are Superman 3 official release Video 2000 and these Superman 3 on VHS. Just do a quick little side by side comparison. You can never have too many copies of Superman 3, right? Video 2000. Moving progressively up through the timeline, this is the mid-80s, 1985, Video 8. I'm sure most people will be familiar with this format because of camcorders. But God, how cool is this? I mean, look at this Russian doll effect here. You've got this awesome, super cool cover artwork, miniaturised with the tape. Then you've got the actual sort of, like another little protective box here. Then look how cool that is. It's like almost a miniaturised sort of VHS really. You've got the two wheels there on the back there. Like I say, most people I think will be familiar with this format. It was knocking around in camcorders forever. But like I say, because they did release films like this, I mean you could get tons of films. I remember seeing Ghostbusters on there, Batman, Purple Rain, things like that. You get a ton of films. But the most amazing thing, I think, because the tapes were so small, I think it's hard to believe that you could actually get, you know, you didn't just have to put this in your camcorder and play it through your TV, although that was possible. You could actually get a VCR version of it, and I think that's kind of mind-blowing really when you think about it. I mean, you know, it's just so cool. But like I say, I think this is definitely worthy of more of a mention. I mean, look how cool this box is. It looks like a packet of cigarettes you could put in your shirt pocket or something like that. But I won't read the whole thing. We used to have to read boxes, kids, when we was little. We didn't have that fancy internet. This is how you figured out what films you wanted to watch. I'll just read the first couple of lines, just to give you a flavour of the Karate Kid. A fatherless teenager faces his moment of truth. See what they did there? Survivor. The Karate Kid, Daniel Ralph Macchio, arrives in Los Angeles from the East Coast and faces the difficult task of making new friends. However, he becomes the object of bullying by the Cobras, a menacing gang of karate students. And if that doesn't make you want to go see the Karate Kid, then you don't deserve to watch it. Video 8. How cool. So small. And here we go, this is the last one, UMD. It's mostly known for sort of, well, universally known for being a PSP format. It's really funky. It's almost like they're in these little DVDs that were almost in these little protective cases. You could like use them as frisbees, throw them at your friends or whatever, or just throw them in the bin probably. But it was a funky format. I mean, don't worry, I don't know why I've made myself laugh, because I was going to say, I love this film, The Punisher, but I was just going to say you can't get just John Travolta films on there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But this one won't stand up, so I'll have to just hold it there like that. But yeah, this is the UMD format. It had the exact same format as DVD, so it was as clear as a DVD, and it used to have special features on there. But one thing I used to like about this format though as well was you get some really mad things on there, like you get like say Family Guy and cartoons, and then you get things like the original say I Spit on Your Grave from the 70s, which was banned in the UK for years and years and years. Then all of a sudden it's there, you know, with this like format like aimed at like young kids and stuff. It's like, yeah, but I Spit on Your Grave, kids, be there. But yeah, it had like, you know, pretty big capacity, 1.8 gig, and then it was on sort of MPEG-4 as well, so it was like kind of a really geeky format really. But I feel like this format's completely, even though it's a more recent format, it's completely gone now, and it's a shame really, because when you compare these formats, as much as I like things like YouTube and Netflix, something kind of cool about these formats just kind of make you smile when you see them because they're so funky. But yeah, there's the dead video formats, and see you later.
These nuts